right, let's see if I can also turn this around so that I can see comments. Okay. So hello everybody. I am Shakia, the professor, and what I'm going to do right now is test chips again. And I'm going to do as many as I can. I'll probably stay as many as I can, like within an hour's time frame. I'm not going to spend forever on this. We don't, when it comes to the 812 chips, like I said, we do our due diligence. We tested last time. We tested with a 7840. That one has since gone back to Best Buy because it had issues. So this is a 7820, totally different heat press. Totally different printer. Was just recently set up last week. So I'm going to go through testing these. Oh wait, I've opened the wrong bag. That's a sign-in. So I'm just going to go through testing some chips and seeing if on this new printer, the ones that read, like if for some reason it read on the old one and not this one. So this isn't necessarily, I'm just doing it live so you guys can see. If you have questions about them, you're more than welcome to ask, like just general questions, but it's going to be boring for a lot of people because all I'm doing is testing the chips. All right, so those are yellows. What did I do with the cyan set? That is what I have in there right now. I'm ordering my chips and another set of cartridges. I'm not worried about it. If I have issues, wrong place. It's not your fault. You test and you do what you can to make sure they are good. Hey, just say. So I do 2 colors at a time so that it doesn't go through the initializing every single time. So all I'm doing and checking this is making sure that all the color, like making sure that they show up. So I'm going to do cyan and yellow, cyan and yellow. Then I'll do some black and magenta. Then I'll mix cyan with magenta, yellow. Like I just mix them up. Both of them read. And so that's all I do is put them in there and make sure that, I know you guys can't really see on there, but both of those read. So I just open it up I'm going to take them out, take the chips off, put them back in the baggie, which, no, I got to put these up here. I can't deal with that in the box. So I put it back in the bag. Put the next one on. And go from there. So I'm going to just do as many of these as I can within an hour. Those read. Those are reading. I'm also going to open up over here some of these magenta and blacks because I need to do some of those as well. I just need to have a bunch of these open. I don't know why they don't work in some printers, guys. Like, all I can do is just test it on the printers that we have. I don't have access to everybody's printer. I can only test on what I have. And we even went out and got a 7820 for this purpose. This one I'm actually going to give away. It was a part of the giveaway. And when I set up my 7840, I'm not going to go through this whole process again with the 7840, but, I will test some chips to make sure that they are reading in that printer. So I'm just going to open this up. I don't know if by mistake someone maybe mixes up a chip. They are not interchangeable. Each chip has its own separate letter. So you have to use the corresponding chip. Okay, so on this one, the black did not show up. So the cyan and the yellow are showing. The black, excuse me, is not. So I'm going to test to see why. Well, see if I can figure out what's going on with the black. So you can see, even on mine, occasionally, it might do that. So let me pull out these magentas. And I'm just going to lift this up. I'm going to put the magenta on. And it's not all, see that one? All colors are reading. This is making sure that's a black. It is a black. Yeah, for some reason, that one isn't working. But it worked in the other ones. Guys, there's no way for me to know what reads and what doesn't read. Oh, shoot. I just took all these off and forgot to... Okay, this is magenta. This is cyan. This is yellow. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, those are my Epson ones. All right, so what I'm going to do is the one that was on here before. I'm going to check that one. So this is what I do when I check it. Like if I get one that doesn't work, I grab the one that was on it previously to make sure that it's not something with the terminal itself. Jesus Christ, I cannot see the letters. Okay, I think that's black, but I can't tell. Let me make sure. Okay, no, this is magenta, so yes, this one is black. So that one is reading, and it's like really no Oh, sorry. It is mute. It was muted. I'm sorry. When I went to go put the chip back, I hit my microphone. Okay, so let me now see if there's something wrong with my black terminal. I forgot to get Q-tips because for 2 in a row, 2 not work. All right, so those work. The black is still acting funky. All right, hold on. I got to grab the baggie for the magenta. Uh-oh. Ugh. I also need to go grab a Q-tip. Hold on 1 second so I can clean the terminal on the inside. All right. It's making the other ones light up. That's so weird. Oh, I need to keep the black, the one that I know reads. Okay. Okay, so that one is reading. There's something wrong with this black chip. So I'll just put this over here in my pocket. I always just, dang it, default to make sure that it's nothing wrong with the terminal. So I'm going to grab another black. Oh no, this is, I just put this cyan on here. So see, that black is reading. I'm going to put this cyan in and a yellow. So I have to open up some more magentas. I ended up adding black to my magenta cartridge, but I didn't add the cartridge back to my printer. Can I wash these cartridges and re-add the magenta? So wait, did it already have ink in it, or it was a brand new so did it already have ink in the cartridge and you mixed inks, or was it a brand new cartridge that you put the ink into? Did it already have ink, or was it brand new? Yes, I do have questions. Ask you. I was from Amazon, find cartridge for my printer, but I also need cleaning. Wait, huh? I have no idea what that means. I was on Amazon trying to find cartridge for my 7310 Epson, but I also know I need cleaning it out. I'm not sure what you mean by cleaning it out. Yes, it had ink in the cartridge already. It was doing a refill and grabbed the wrong color. So you're just going to have to drain all of that ink out with your syringes, pulling it through the bottom. You're going to have to put like a solution of water and alcohol in there as well to push that in there and try and clean it out, and then put it back. Once it's all cleared out, then you'll put it back in your printer. Now, I'm not sure if you have the 252 cartridges. If you have the 252 cartridges, you also are going to have to pull it from the bottom to pull that ink from inside the center circle. So it's going to be a little bit of a task to get it done, but you can clear it out. You just have to pull all the ink out and thoroughly clean it out. So yes, you're going to have to pull the ink out of that center circle. So you're going to have to almost treat it like it's in the printer. You're going to put your syringe at the bottom and kind of pull it down to pull that ink out of there. You're going to have to then make a cleaning solution, put that in, pull it through the bottom so that it goes through the center part of it, and just keep doing that until it's clean, or just simply go buy a new set of cartridges. Either way will work. I have inkjet and sublimation ink. I'm still not sure what your question is. I'm still not sure of exactly what your question is. She says, oh, so I'll just buy another cartridge from you. That's too much. I don't want to run the risk of messing up my printer. It won't mess up your printer. You just have to clean it out. But we don't sell those individually. You'll have to buy a whole other set. We don't sell the 252s by themselves. How am I missing a baggie for cyan? Ooh, I just put that on all wrong. Ooh, dang it, I just got ink all over my hand. Dang it. Actually, I think this is the one I just put on here. Dang it. I gotta go get a paper towel. I got ink all over my hand. I probably should put gloves on. Okay, all of those are reading. That one's reading. I want to test something with my original X's, which I would be missing the black one. Where in the heck is the black one? I have all the other colors over here except black. I don't know where the black one went. I wanted to try and reset it by putting the black one on there and then seeing if it would read. All right, so this is black. I'm going to put all of the originals back on here. Or at least the ones that was in here when I first started, and so that it can go through the initializing. Oh, what the hell just happened? Oh, the chip fell off. Oh, that's kind of weird. It's really loose too. Huh, interesting. That is very loose. Okay, what I'm saying is I have a 3733 printer. I want to take a sublimation printer, but I'm planning to order cartridges for the 73. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know what that printer is. I don't know which one it uses. I don't know of any vendor that sells cartridges for that particular printer. We don't sell cartridges, or should I say chips, for that particular printer. That might be one of the printers where you have to buy your empty cartridges with no chips on them, and then you have to keep buying Epson cartridges to harvest the chips off. But we don't sell anything for that. So if you're going to our site, any cartridges on our site will not work for that printer. So I'm letting that go through the initializing process while I open up some more of these chips to make my life a little bit easier, to make it faster. So I'm just going to open up some chips while that's going through the initializing process. So it did read all of those that were put back in there. And then I am going to test the ones that that I took out. Cyan, black, magenta. It just sucks because last time they weren't in baggies and it made it easier. This time everything is in baggies, so I have to literally take them out of the bags to be able to test them. Okay, so ink card. Oh no, wait, I want to do a come on. What the heck? Okay, home. Why is my touch screen not working? Home. What the heck? All right, let's turn you off. Oh, I can't even, my touch screen isn't working at all. Oh, that was weird. So see, the printers have a mind of their own. It was just working, and then all of a sudden the touch screen just stopped working. So let's hope that it's not an issue. My touch screen just stopped working. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, so you better turn back on. That's weird. It's just spinning and spinning and spinning. What the heck is going on with this darn printer? See, I have the protection plan that I paid for. I'll send this crap back in a heartbeat. But yeah, it's just spinning and spinning. I don't know what it's doing, but it's just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Okay, there we go. Ooh, the screen looks different. It's a weird color now. I do wish I had my other 7840 still hooked up so I can put that one in there to see if it reads. That was the one I just took out of my pocket that wasn't reading before. Yeah, that's just not reading. This is why I normally don't use my one that's full of ink. I have a dummy one, but I didn't feel like going to go get them because this is way too much ink on my hands. I thought I had wipes in here. I need to find wipes because I don't want this ink to get on my clothes. Oops. All right, what the heck? Okay, hold on. I got too much stuff falling on the floor. If you're just joining, I'm just running some tests. So don't have to really stick around. This is just me being live while I'm running the test. So it's not really a very informative video. I wouldn't really want to sit and just kind of watch someone just switch out cartridges. Ooh, this is what I was looking for, the black one. But if you have general questions, since I'm on, you might as well ask. But as for me, I'm just doing a test of the chips in our new printer, since there were issues with chips and just retesting them. Most of, like all of these, we've already tested. So I am just retesting. That's the actual Epsom one. All right, so the Epsom one is picking up. Whoa. All right, where's yellow? Yeah, that black one just is not reading in this particular printer. I wish I had my 7840 hooked up so that I could test it in there. But this particular chip not reading here. So I'll just need to test it in a different printer. How long have I been on? So I didn't have like, I was giving myself an hour of testing chips. I'm not going to sit here and do this like all day. So I said as many as I can get done in an hour. And then these will go on the shelves because these have been double checked. And then I'll probably, well, I won't be doing more. I think he's going to have our part-timer come in to test them, but I probably need to set up my 7840. That way I can utilize that one as a secondary test to see if it's just something with the printer, like this particular printer, and like the chips only read on certain printers, or if it is a true chip issue. But we do not know why they work on some printers, like they read on some and not others. Okay, all of those are reading. I still never found my wipes for my hands. That black reads. Ooh, that was rough going in. All of those read. Oh wait, did I change this one? No, I didn't change this one. Okay, I'm missing a chip. Where did you go? Because I have 3 bags here, but only had 2 bad black chips. So, and I don't know if I did change these. So let's just put all of those back in there. Ow! Dang it, I need a rag. I need a towel. Okay, all of those are reading. Oh, Jesus. All of those read. How can I tell if Epson printer uses the chips? It's a cartridge. So all cartridge-based printers use chips. The chips that I'm testing right now are the 812. Every Epson printer tells you what model number of chips that they use. So this particular one, the ones that come with this are 812. So it's on there. And of course, when it says to buy replacement chips, it's going to tell you the number. So what I'm testing right now are our 812 chips. But all cartridge-based printers have a chip on it. That's what controls it. If you have the old school, some of them are, you can reset them. Some of them are single use. 812s are single use. All right, I got about 8 minutes left. I'm doing a hard stop at an hour. However many I get tested in an hour is how many I get tested. I need to open up some more black though. Yeah, for some reason, I'm having issues with black right now in this particular printer. I don't remember if I took these off or not. See, that black is working. I don't remember if I switched these out, so we're just going to put those in there and test. And all the chips that were sent back to us when we were accepting them, I tested them in this printer, which is a new one, and all of them read. So I'm not sure, again, why it works in some printers and not others. But I haven't had one bad cyan, magenta, or yellow. I've just had now 4 bad blacks. That's so weird. This is the 4th black that is not reading. Fifth black that's not reading. So if you're someone that's watching this and you said you had issues like with your magenta, your yellow, or your cyan, you can see it's always differs because for some reason on this one, the blacks are not working and I'm not exactly sure why. Because they all read in our 7840 printer. So I'm going to take the Epson ones and put them back in. It doesn't hurt it, even though that's summation ink in those cartridges. Putting the Epson one, which has pigment ink, doesn't hurt it at all. Because I just use them as test ones. Yes, I had several of the blacks. All of these are black and all of these red. It was just, 5 now. That's why that's the only one I've had to change after I put it in and out several times with alcohol and it worked. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep trying those. The ones that aren't working. So I just put the Epson in there, see if I just reset the terminal, maybe it will start to read it. I don't know. All right, so that black is reading. Uh, whoa. Um, no, there will not. I guess you guys can stop holding out for a resetter. There will not be a resetter for these because of the way that these printers are made and like how it reads the serial numbers. My vendor has said there most likely will never be a way for these to be reset. They're not going to be made into auto reset chips. There will not be a continuous ink system these particular um, for these particular printers. So that's just not going to happen. I have that same printer and have not used it yet. I have been able to get these to register onto my laptop, and the two has been leaking. 202, 220, are they chip cartridges I purchased? Of course, all cartridges have chips to them. Every last printer that uses a cartridge, basically the chip is what controls it. So yeah, these particular blacks are just not cooperating. They are not reading at all. So like I said, all of them have chips to them, and you would have to, um, if it's a single-use chip, you have to keep replacing the chip. If it's a brand that has chips that have auto reset or it can be used with a chip resetter, then those you can reset. But if it's a single use, you cannot reset it. I don't even think on this one, because like with the 78, the old one, you can change out your terminals. I don't even think you can take these out to change it. Okay. Yeah, that's so weird. It's not reading like these. Some of the black chips just aren't reading. I need something to. No, I don't. I don't know about those printers and which ones they have. So if you have, so the cartridges are they long cartridges or short cartridges? The cartridges just, oh wait, I forgot to see what it said. The cartridges just hold the ink. So if it is a short cartridge, you can order like a 252 from us. You just can't use the chip. So if the cartridge itself is leaking, all you have to do is get a new cartridge, even if it's a 252, and um you will switch out the chips. See, look, this one had an X. All I did was open and close it, and then it read, which is kind of weird. I was trying to see if that would work because that first one, or the one I just put in there, it didn't read. And I was like, wait, why is it showing me on X? All I did was just open it and close it, and then it read, but this one isn't reading at all. All right, I am at an hour, so I am done with these for today. See, I just put that one in. It was reading. Well, it didn't read. I opened and closed it. It read. I just put that exact same one that I just took off back in. And now it's showing an X. Again, this is why I say it's not us. We don't know why. Sometimes it reads and sometimes it doesn't. This, I mean, literally, put it in, it showed an X. I opened it, closed it, it read the black. I put that, after I put this one in, I put that one back in, it didn't read. So I'm going to see now. This is a different one. That one reads. Unless it was one that got mixed up. I don't know. That maybe that was one that wasn't reading. I don't know. Okay, so that one. And I just mixed these up. Okay, so now that one isn't reading. So now I got to figure out which one of these is reading because I just mixed it up. Let me put this one in my pocket. So any chips that are sold today or tomorrow or whatever, whenever these are sold out, all of these have been double checked. So I don't know. But I am done checking chips for the day. So 702 XL. So you'll have to try and find someone that has that. The 702s are the long cartridges. So if you can't find someone that sells the chips for them, what you would have to do is buy a set of empty cartridges that are the long ones. And you're going to have to buy Epson cartridges as well and take the chips off and put them on. Take the chips off and put them on. So those types of printers, although any Epson printer can be used to be converted into sublimation, ones that are not popular ones where people sell refillable or they sell replacement chips for them are not a good printer to get. You might as well just use that one as a regular printer. So the 702 is the long style like this. So technically this vessel, this cartridge would fit in that printer, but you're going to have to take you're either going to buy one where there's no chip on it. You're going to have to shave down these two pegs, shave off the bottom one to put the Epson chip on here. So you'll have to modify a little bit. That means you just have to keep buying Epson cartridges to harvest the chip. The ink will be a waste. So although any Epson printer can be used, there some of them are not ideal. You're going to get them probably at like a really great price, but you're going to pay for it in chips because you're going to have to buy the more expensive chips. All right, so I'm going to just put all of my chips back on here and close this up because I am done for the day. Yes, you do have to shave it down if you have to use the Epson chips. You do have to shave it down. So if you have like old clips, keep them. So if you were throwing away your clip that your third party chips were on, keep the white clip. So that way you'll have one that you can shave down. And keep the clip. So that won't work without a chip. Correct. No printer works without a chip. The chip is what controls it. So when you make it chipless, what you're doing is excuse me? Why is my cyan not working now? That's the one that came with that was already working in here. Oh, hell to the no. Ooh, it's stuck. Ooh. Oh crap, I think the chip fell off or something. Yep. I was like, what the heck? Oh, damn it. I was like, wait a minute, why is this not reading? But the chip fell off. I was about to get real upset. So, for those printers, if there is a chipless firmware for it, you can go chipless, and you can have the chip on there just so that it slides in easier, because this makes it flat and those terminals are still in there, and that has to be there. But basically what the chipless firmware does, you still want to keep it on there, but it doesn't read the chip. So your levels will pretty much always read high, which means you're going to have to constantly check your cartridges for the ink level. It is not going to monitor your ink level at all, because you are bypassing reading the chip. If you can find a chipless firmware for it. So yeah, I'm probably going to set up my 7840 sometime this week, so that these ones that did not read in this one, I'm going to see if they read in the 7840, the newer one, because we tested all of these and these all read in our old 7840. So yep, those are reading, and I am done testing for today. Need to go wash my hand. Look. So yeah, chipless, you need to have a chipless firmware. You have to pay for that. And it's not really easy to set up either. It's a lot to do that. You did find the chipless firmware. So yeah, make sure that you watch the videos over and over and over again, because it can be a pain because you're basically changing the firmware. And it's certain things that you have to do. So be very, very careful with it. Some people have messed theirs up to where they have to return that printer, because now you don't have the regular firmware and the chipless firmware doesn't work either. So there's certain things that you have to do for, it's not just kind of a plug and play, download this, install it type deal. It's not like that. So all you'll need is the refillable chips. All right, so replacement complete. Nozzle check. Oh, I forgot to do my printhead cleaning to make sure I have sub ink fully flowing. All right, perfect nozzle check. So it didn't affect it. All right, so I am done with checking these for the day. I'll probably do some more tomorrow. But you guys see, some worked, some didn't. The ones that we have here, and it was black. Now we pretty much get, the majority of the people say like it's like either cyan, magenta, yellow. We really don't get a lot of inquiries about black, like saying like the black doesn't work. So that was pretty interesting for me to see so many blacks not working. I think I ended up with 5 that did not read, but all of the cyan, magenta, and yellows that I tested, all of those work. I see people have so many different ways to make their conversion work. I caught your work at the right time. Thank you. You are very welcome. Yes, when it comes to converting, there are a couple different ways. What the hell? Did it just shut off? I have no idea what just happened. But yes, there are a couple different ways to convert printers, because Epson just does not make a sublimation printer for 13-inch or like 11 by 17. And they're never going to make one because of sawgrass. So if you want a true one where you don't have to worry about these things, you have to get a sawgrass printer, or you have to get an Epson 24-inch printer. But there's no way around it. And then people will say, we'll go the Eco Tank route. But Have you guys noticed or seen how many issues people have with eco tanks? Yes, they are easy to set up as far as pouring the ink in and converting it, but when it's when you're using it, your colors are wrong. The the lines back up, you get air clogs, all that stuff. So when you are converting, there is no guarantee about it working. And those EcoTank printers cost a lot of money. I'd rather have to replace a $200 printer or a $300 printer versus buying those EcoTanks, and that's $700 a pop. You could buy two for the price of the EcoTank. You could buy two 7820s, hell, even two 7840s, and have a backup and have two printers going for your work, to where if one doesn't work, the other one may work. I just had a customer to where the chips didn't work in one printer and then it worked in the other printer. So again, and I'm going to see for myself when I set up my 7840 if it works in one and not the other. So for the price of an EcoTank, I'll take getting two workforces any day over the price of an EcoTank. I like to purchase one of the black chips that have worked, please. How can I? Again, just because it worked in this printer doesn't guarantee that it's going to work in your printer, because those same black chips that I tested just now and that did not work, they read in my 7840. So I can send it. I mean, you can go on the site and order. You just go to our site and you just order a black chip. Those are the ones that's going to go on the shelf right now to go out. So you can order one, but I cannot guarantee that it will work in your printer. Just because, I mean, we tested to make sure, like, you know, we're not going to send out something that just simply doesn't work, but I'm actually going to see if I'm going to put a call out to see if there's anyone in the Miami Gardens or like the South Florida area that has a 7820, 7840. And I'm going to take these black chips that didn't read. I'm going to see if I can go to them and see if they can test it and see if it works in their printers. But all you have to do is just go on the website and purchase a chip. They're $17 each. OMG, yes, exactly why I had to just get a sub printer because I couldn't do the troubleshooting and get a headache with the whole color settings. Exactly. My ET is still clogged. I'm forced to print on premium presentation paper matte. How do you determine the printing size of Epson? What do you mean, how do you determine the printing size? I'm not sure what you mean. You're trying to figure out, like, how do you know knowing which Epson printer prints which size? I don't understand that question. It's been clogged since May 23rd. Wow. Yeah, so EcoTank printers are not like the saving grace of all of this. I'm going to switch over to here. Uh-oh. Well, I was about to switch cameras anyway. Sorry, I missed your answer on question 255. So all you just go on our website, shop.hsinc365.com, and you order a black chip. Those are the ones that, like, everything that I tested now, because we have to create new boxes and all that stuff. So all the ones I just retested now are what's going to go into rotation. Now, just because it worked on my printer doesn't guarantee that it's going to work on your printer. These same chips have already been tested on a 7840. And as you saw, all of the cyan, magenta, yellows I tested, they worked. The black ones, I had 5 of them that did not read on this particular printer. Now I can probably go set up my 7840 and it'll work on that one. There is no guarantee that it's going to work on yours. I do want you to understand that. And we do not exchange them. So I can send you the ones, but all the other ones that we did at one point, we tested them and they worked. So, and people still say, we get customers that purchase and say they don't work in their printer. Unfortunately, nothing we can do about it. There was someone that was complaining. She's like, I purchased one, and no matter how many she purchased, it just wasn't reading in her particular printer. The only surefire way to know that it's going to read is to buy Epson cartridges, which cost $30 a piece for the XL size, and then take those off and put them on the cartridges. That's the only way to know that it's going to read every time, because you're using genuine Epson chips, but on a refillable cartridge. I was still waiting on your reply. What do you mean by how do you determine the printing size of an Epson? Are you asking like how to know which printers print what size? I have no more water in there. So all okay, so you want to write this down or you want to come back and watch it? It's at 1 hour and 28 minutes. The only wide format printers from Epson are the Workforce 7820, 7840, 7310, C7000. For EcoTanks, 16600, 16650, 15,000, 8550. If it's not one of the printers that I just named, it is a small format, 8.5-inch wide printer. As far as like the newer ones that are out, I mean, some people still use the Artisan 1430. Oh, and then you have the EcoTank 7750, but that only prints 11 inches wide. So if it's not one of the ones that I just named, it is a small format printer. And it only prints, I don't care if it says that it's $800. There is an 8.5-inch wide printer that is almost $800, and it still only prints 8.5 inches wide. All right, so I was just waiting to answer yours. You're very welcome. Thank you guys for hanging out. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Be incredible. Peace.